Hello, I'm back. Sorry I've been gone for like 2 months, but I'm here. Um, and welcome to Crypt Creatures. These are my homies, and we have a fucking game to play. I didn't realize how utterly chaotic where we left off, but I am so excited to be back. I'm so excited to see these faces again. I'm fucking ready to kick some ass and get my ass kicked. So here we go. Um, but first, let's go ahead with our introductions and just knock the announcements out of the way too, just because we've got a lot to get through. Um, but my name is Anne. You can find me on Dusty Wings Illustration on Instagram. Otherwise, if you like animal content and what I've been doing the last 5 months, you can find me at Against the BP on Instagram. But yeah, GW,
Hey
introduce
everyone,
yourself.
I'm GW. You can typically find me here and on IG and Twitter under GW005, two B's, two zeros. And what I learned this weekend is that conventions, cons, can actually sell out of tickets. I did not
Yes.
know. So anyway,
Yes, they can.
I snuck into Big Bad Con this weekend, and I had a fucking blast. It was good seeing old friends, finally seeing some people in person that I've played with online, and meeting new friends. Freaking awesome. Yeah, and I'm feeling like all kinds of inspired and gushy about it. So be on the lookout for shit in the future, cause I have ideas and whatever.
Good shit.
Uh-oh.
um, Go ahead, Chris. Unless I should also do Griffin Co. And
I think she wanted introductions and the sponsors.
What? Yes, both.
all right, Griffin Co. Thank you, Griffin Co. for being our longest time sponsor. If you guys have not checked them out, please do at griffinco.com. They do minis, spell effects, they do laser engraving, they do woodwork, they do plushies, they have so many amazing things. Check them out at griffinco.com. And on checkout, enter Fabled42 to get 22% off your purchase. Thank you, Griffin Co.
Gotta love those people.
I do.
And so, you know me, Chris. I play Avaran. You can find me on Instagram as the real Chris S. You can find me on Twitch and PlayStation Network as Agent Fox 5. And it is my pleasure to discuss Underground Oracle. You know, they make great resources for players and DMs alike. Their cipher system is in full swing. They have Harrow the Blighted Plane. They have Wild Space. They've got a lot of cool one-shots, you know, one of which is like set in a haunted, pumpkin patch where pumpkins are being taken over by demons. Definitely, would be a fun Halloween, session to play with you and your friends. So definitely check them out at undergroundoracle.com or Drive Through RPG. And then after you do that, you should also check out our friends at Nine Realms Creations. They hand make all of their products from natural wood to create quality and affordable gaming accessories and more. You can actually get a promo code there as well. It's Fabled42 also. You get 10% off your next purchase over at ninerealmsgaming.com.
And after you're doing that, you should head over to thecriticaldice.com. You're interested in getting dice, if possible. Go to thecriticaldice.com. Check out their awesome monthly subscription service for new dice every month. They've got plenty of styles to choose from if you're looking for dice. There's also have things that are outside of just dice. And we have a code with them, which is Fable42 for 20% off at checkout. You should enter it. You should do that. Latest I saw from Jason's Instagram was that he's hosting a new game with GW in it, I think. I can't remember if it was one shot or if you're joining them. Yeah, it's a one shot.
It's a monthly.
It's a full campaign. It's we do it once a month on Fridays.
Very nice. Very exciting. So that's the update from the Critical Dice Instagram because that's what I'm following Jason on. And after you're done doing that, you should head over to our YouTube channel, which we have links everywhere. But check out our YouTube channel. We have everything updated in terms of campaigns that are going on the show and everything that's been archived. So if you want to check out past campaigns, if you want to catch up to Critical Dice Crypt Creatures as we are not restarting, but rebooting after several, after 2 months. Yeah. You should follow along with us. Go follow YouTube channel. If we hit 10,000 subs on the YouTube, there will be a special giveaway. So do both of those things, as well as all of our other Griffin Go and Nine Realms Creation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Underground Oracle. Yeah. And that's it for me.
That everything?
I think we covered it.
I think
we did
that's
it.
my lines. All of our
Okay.
lines.
I think we're gonna wrap up with you with perks and things.
Yes. Give us money and we'll do fun shit. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, not kidding. I mean, you don't have to, but if you are already sub to us, you can offer one of these players a reroll, which might be helpful in this incoming 2-3 games. Just let us know which player you'd like to give it to. You can also give it to me if you want to make their lives a living hell, which also we welcome here.
Mhm.
But yeah. Also join our Patreon because there's some cool shit happening there.
Oh yeah, my character sheet for Toddle is on there. You should check it out
Mhm.
if you want to know. If you want to help me do artificer things, because
Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just being a goofball. So
You're doing great.
I'm flinging things and it's working.
All right. So, where did we leave off? Oh God.
We're on a
okay.
ship.
We are on a ship. We are on Vera's ship. And they did make a deal with a group of traveling tabaxi that were actually headed to the same destination they are, offering Vera's ship in order for them to help them cross this, not ocean, but super large lake, all the size of an ocean. So they have been on their way for several days now. They are getting to know their crew members, all of which have different sets of skills. The majority of them warriors, spellcasters as well. Even a couple of them hinting that they may have some rare magics as part of their group as well. And there's even a little romance going on, not just with Avran, but with another crewmate as well, of whom they just rescued. During their battle, he did lose an arm, but they were able to recover him safely until they met face to face with an aboleth that's been kind of circling them underneath the water for a while and just causing fucking havoc, tuning into their brains and kind of making them fight each other and start to destroy the ship. Right now, the ship is not in a good way. Both masts are now totally collapsed in on each other. Even damaging other parts of the ship and other crew members at the same time. Crew members have been turning on crew members, and our group here, arguably one of the most powerful spellcasters on the ship, is starting to wreak havoc as well. Where is everybody at? Well, I think I'm trying to remember. I think Calamity was the one who was first tuned in into the Aboleth's kind of maze within its own mind, which was just kind of a sea of different organs and different like walls and kind of different levels, even stairways and pillars made out of the Aboleth's own flesh, and was trapped there for a while. Meanwhile, in their physical plane, he's just destroying the ship and attempting to set it on fire. And a couple of the other crew members ended up meeting him here in this place and were able to actually set him free. However, Vera, the one that was able to successfully break Calamity out of the spell, is now in the spell herself. Chaos still ensues. Right now, the captain of the ship is trying to hold things together. He is trying to knock his own crew members back into reality as he's kind of pacing around the deck here. And where we left off, he is actually heading straight for Calamity, not knowing that he's out of the trance. And he's trying to, I think the safest option in his mind is to kill Calamity in order to save the rest of the crew members and everybody else on his ship. That's where we left off. There's other things happening as well. We are going to start initiative at the very beginning. with
But
Calamity where we left off.
before we start initiative, I want to thank the raiders that just came in.
Oh, hello.
Welcome.
L2S Entertainment. Hello, and welcome, friends who came in just in time. That was the recap, so you know what's happening. We also have a giveaway happening with our amazing sponsors, Critical Dice. Enter !critical in the chat for your chance to win a pair of dice. We're gonna call it at mid-time and a second one at the end of the game. Welcome.
So that's 2 sets of dice. !critical in the chat to enter the giveaway.
And Mackenzie, could you please do a shout out for L2S Entertainment, please?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
On that note, I did miss a couple of details that were happening that I don't think we should miss. So instead of starting it at top of initiative, which would be you, Calamity, I'm actually going to start it with our friend here that I wrote his name down. God damn it.
Are we talking the captain, or are we talking the guy with the wand?
The shy guy. Where is he?
That is Saber.
Saber, yeah. Where's his? I have his stats on here somewhere. Here we go.
Oh, Saber.
There he is. Okay. We're actually going to zoom in real quick. So we're going to see Lucas heading full speed, claws out, axe in hand, axe in his other hand, and he's gonna head straight for Calamity. So real quick, Calamity, go ahead and make a dexterity save against him, for he is also casting a spell.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna pan towards the back of the ship for our friend Saber, who has been kind of the shy guy the entire time they've known him. But all of a sudden, he is pulsing with incredible power. He's focused really hard right now. The whites in his eyes roll back into the back of his head. For all you can see is white, and it does start to glow and pulsate as well. He puts both claws around his staff, or his wand, and he's holding it there for a while. And those area around him is starting to sort of bend at his will. He looks to the left, and the space around him starts to kind of contort, and then kind of rubber band back outward into normality. He's gonna look for the rest of the party, and he's gonna start walking as calmly as possible over there, not to draw the attention of the Aboleth, who is, before he senses his power there. And he's gonna try to urgently tune into everyone on the team, so everyone's gonna hear this. And he's gonna say, I have an idea. With the same, even though he looks epic right now, he's gonna have the same sort of nervous as fuck tone of voice, so you know exactly who it is. Where he is, hard to say. If you have a passive perception of over 10, I would say you probably know where he is on the ship, but there's a lot of scrambling happening. And then let's go and start with Calamity. What's your roll?
Well, I did.
My roll was a total of 22 dexterity.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, the spell does not hit. He is going to go for a claw attack, though. And I am rolling so fucking well right now. Does a 12 hit you?
A 12 does not hit me, no.
Crap! Alright, trying again for a second one. Haha! Does an 18 hit you?
Ooh, let me look, actually. Okay, now I have to look. 18 is my current AC, and I cannot protect myself because I already used my reaction.
Okay. So he is going to go in with the axe. He's going to whiff entirely. But while he's over here and you're kind of over his shoulder, he's going to take one hand and backhand you as hard as he can.
Okay.
With his armored fist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to do 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
2 of that includes radiant damage from his gauntlet.
2 of that is radiant?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a difference. Thanks for the... Okay, gotcha.
2 of that amount.
Oh, okay.
But then that leaves you. You're up first.
Okay. All right, I'm up first. I am very, very confused because I just got back. This entire time, that Aboleth has had me in my own mind, thinking that I was being I was in some dimension that was just full of meat, flesh, teeth, and drool, and I was just running for my life. But now I'm back here, like the mask has gone down. Everyone is fighting everyone. There are huge tentacles all over the place, and there's these two, like, almost construct-looking abominations just, like, standing there still by the mast. And the captain has just backhanded me with his armor. And I'm going to be like, what's happening? What's happening? And I'm just going to take the dodge action, and that is it. Because Calamity has to realign himself.
Okay. Sounds good. And Vera is up next. Vera is all of a sudden entranced in the spell. So you'll see Vera kind of reaching for you, Calamity, and the rest of the team. And you'll see kind of a bubble of energy pulsate from the palm of her hand, and everybody is awake. Averin, you are going to notice this. You're going to have that intuition that says something's different on this ship. There's even a couple of crew members that were affected by Vera's last spell. I'm just going to say, usually not an area of attack. I'm going to say it is this last round, just because it's cooler in my brain. Fight me.
We like when it's cool.
But now Vera is in this spell. And Vera is going to actually take a look around, see where they are, and they're actually going to go over here towards the back of the ship. So Vera's actually going to disappear out of everyone's line of sight and going to be preparing something. So using their turn to prepare some sort of powerful spell.
Okay.
The next up are some of the tabaxi. So I'm going to split it up half and half. Let me do some. There's a couple of tabaxi that are still attacking parts of the ship, like literally looking for axes and trying to like just break the ship apart. And the rest of the other tabaxi that are out of the spell are going to try to prevent them from doing so. I'll say there's a little bit of damage to the ship. And right in front of you, Avran, you're gonna see your friend, partner, with a frickin' saber or something kind of just plummeted into the center of her chest. She's holding it there, and she's gonna cough up a little bit of blood, and she's gonna use Shocking Grasp on the other tabaxi in front of her. It's gonna do some damage. A shitload of damage. And the Shocking Grasp is actually coming from a piece of armor that she has on. So she's gonna use 2 charges on it, so she's gonna do 2 Shocking Grasps.
Oh shit.
And it's actually gonna throw the tabaxi back a little bit into the shuffle of people and knocking some folks over, and she's gonna collapse onto one knee. That's gonna end her turn though. She's looking for her healer. There's a couple of healers that are part of the crew. A lot of them are out of sight though. She doesn't know why. And she is trying to survey the scene, trying to find them. Not only to heal herself, but just to keep them safe, because usually in battle that is her job. And then the Aboleth's turn. Oh boy! Aboleth! Everyone's gonna feel a little bit of a wave. Uh-oh, I think the thing reset. Sorry guys, I have a bad cough and it's not going away.
Yeah, I'm fixing it. Go with it.
Okay. Everyone's gonna feel a wave kind of hit one side of the ship. The ship is still staying intact for now. It hasn't quite broken in half yet. It's getting there. But the ship is trying to stabilize itself. As you feel the Aboleth is kind of circling a little bit closer to the surface. It's sort of rising up. And you're going to hear like a hum and almost a heat coming from the water. It's going to start boiling the water underneath everyone. A couple of the tabaxi that have been thrown overboard are going to sear in pain and take a lot of damage there. Because now the water just beneath them is starting to reach a boiling point as the Aboleth is also charging for an attack. Avaran, you're up next. So you're seeing all of this happen. You're seeing Calamity just take it to the face right beside you. And you'll notice that Calamity's mannerisms start to change as he takes the hit. It's kind of soaking in everything around him. Is just trying to dodge out of Lucas's way. You do know at this point that probably Calamity is back back from wherever the fuck he was. And you're gonna look around, you're gonna see just utter chaos. What are you gonna do? Welcome back to my game.
Yeah. Oh man, so much to do.
Yes.
The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lock eyes with Liara.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab the handle of the sword, and like where the blade, let's say my hand is the blade here, I'm going to take my other hand and just kind of put it around the blade against her chest.
Okay.
And as I grab the handle, I say, "Trust me." And as I pull it out, I immediately cast Cure Wounds on her.
Ah, nice. Okay.
And I'll do that at first level.
Cool.
And so just for giggles, let's roll a d8, see what she gets. 5 plus 3, she gets 8 hit points back.
Nice.
And it's like, before she even has time to register that, I immediately run over and get in between Lucas Farron and Calamity. And, you know, I see the rage in his eyes, like, you know, from his perspective, you know, Calamity just turned on everyone and damaged this ship that was supposed to be his. And I say, "Calm yourself, Captain. Look around you. Nothing is as it seems. Clearly, this creature beneath the deeps is controlling our minds. Look at your crew. They're attacking each other." And, you know, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to grab my amulet. I'm going to use my bonus action to summon my Peregrine Falcon, Niam.
Yes! And this is the first time you're summoning Niam.
And so I grab the amulet and kind of imbue my will into it. And with this amber light, you see this bird just kind of emerge from it. And it comes to rest on my arm. And I tell Niam, "I need your eyes up above, my friend. We need to find out where this threat comes from." And I send him to the sky.
Nice. So we are adding him to the team.
Yay!
His turn is going to take place right before your turn, actually.
Okay. And that ends my turn.
Okay. I will see what Lucas does when he goes up. Toddle, you're up next.
Oh boy, Toddle.
You are also in a trance, and you just wake the fuck up to all this utter chaos. And you knew a little bit of it before you were taken into the spell, but it has gotten exponentially worse and worse since you've been gone, which hasn't been that long.
Right. Toddle will want to know the status of the ship. Can I do like an insight check or a perception check of like knowing what's like going on with the ship? Because any like damage, he will want to stop that. That's kind of his shtick.
You can do perception or investigation. I'll give you different answers for each, depending what you choose.
Ooh, first roll back. I got 22 for perception.
22? Wow, okay. You perceive all the things. So far, yeah, the ship is not in good shape, but it's a freaking strong ship, and for the damage that it's taken, you are surprised and grateful that it's still afloat. There are no major punctures beneath the deck of the ship. It looks like a lot of the damage is pretty surface. However, losing the mass is a big deal as far as steering control of the ship. In order to make this ship move at all or away from this situation, they need to be rebuilt.
Okay.
And you already know right now you don't have the materials for it, but skimming past that, it's dead in the water, but it's still not fully sinking yet. You do notice, and you're just investigating the ship, right?
Yeah.
Perception check on the ship, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. There's a lot bits of the railing are missing off the ship.
Okay.
All the fires are put out because it is still it's also downpouring. There's one sail that's kind of just draped over the entire back of the ship. It's kind of hard to maneuver that half of the ship even at all.
Okay.
And that's where we're at.
Okay, well, so there's nothing he can do surface level.
If you have
People
any
are fighting.
specific questions, I'll answer them because you rolled high.
Well, yeah, I wanted to see what we could do to like move forward, like propel forward from here, because I don't want to just have to sit, fight, and risk just sinking equally. So
It's dead. It's not gonna move without
okay, so
the sails. Yeah.
uh, I need to. Can I look for there wouldn't be like spare ships or anything, like something that we could use to evacuate?
There are dinghy boats or whatever you call them. Rescue
But
boats.
it wouldn't fit all of us plus the tabaxi.
No, it wouldn't. There's not enough.
It would
Vera
yeah.
only had one for
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good to have as a backup just in case.
It's a tough situation.
Well, that's the thing is like my thought process as Toddle is like he will want we need to be like getting this thing moving, and we just witnessed, you know, we have a creature in the water, we have people fighting amongst each other, we have things popping up. Out of all those things, the first thing you want to situate is like, okay, let's get this thing moving and out of the way, but there's no materials, nothing that he could use to begin. So he's just kind of gonna be spearing about. Can I do another roll for I was gonna say a nature for like the weather and how much the waves are, you know, like is
You
it planning
can,
on
but it would.
them?
You can, but it'll take up the rest of your turn if you do that.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Roll
and then
it.
I get like a. Yeah, that's not a great roll.
You'll still get an answer.
I'm thinking 14.
14's not bad. All right, we'll do, since it's a full nature check, we're gonna do the status of the crew as well as what the fuck's going on around you.
Thank you.
The boiling point in the water is concerning. You just arrived here, so you're not really sure where it's coming from, but it doesn't look good at all. So that's probably the first instinctual concern that you have with a nature check. The downpour is just a normal downpour. There's a little bit of lightning in the distance, but it hasn't really hit any of the water surface around you guys.
Okay.
But it's thunderous and confusingly loud because it's ocean, so sound travels really fast. So there's just like this reverberating kind of sounds of thunder just all around you. And there's a couple of lightning strikes that light up the sky for just a brief moment. Kind of in the area right now, there's a lot of steam, probably from the heat of the water or magic. Could be a mix of both. So it's kind of misty and it does obscure your vision a little bit. Otherwise, the storm isn't going to clear up very soon. You predict it's going to go on at least today and the rest of the evening and tomorrow. And as far as varying heaviness of the storm, you're not sure, but it's pretty rough right now. Like everyone's soaked to the bone. And the status of the crew, it's tough. There's no deaths yet. A couple of unconscious tabaxi are laying on the ground though.
Okay.
And that's it. And you do notice the ship Kitty Cat is hiding between the two barrels and the broken mast and is really scared.
Okay. Yep. Todd will notice that. The lightning is good. So there is it thunder and lightning?
Yes.
Or just thunder? Cool.
All the things.
I have lightning powers. That's my power. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, that'll be useful for Toddle to attack things with. So okay, I'm done.
All right. Moving on to Lucas. Lucas is going to land a hit against Calamity, but before he can stand up on his own 2 feet again and kind of hold onto his axe, Calamity's disappeared. He finds Avaran in his ear telling him, like, hey, like, look around. Don't get overwhelmed. And he does. He takes it to heart. And for a minute, he sits there and catches his breath. Big, heavy lion's chest, just like reeling. And he is overwhelmed. He is really concerned. He knows that this ship isn't going anywhere right now. and he knows the imminent threat beneath the water. And actually, as he's looking around his crew, which aren't doing well and turning on each other, and drawing blood against each other, he is actually the most concerned about beneath the water. He was going to run over to the railing of the ship. He's going to take kind of a concerning glance over at Avron, and he's going to kind of lead him towards him. And just for the sake of roleplay, do you follow him?
Yes.
Avron? Okay, so you are both going to look over the edge into the water, and he's going to turn to you and say, "We don't have much time. I have one option only, but I don't know what the future holds." And he's going to actually look for Saber. And he's going to turn to Avron again and say, "If you can find Saber, that's our one option."
So earlier you said if your passive perception was above 10, I would know where Saber is. I have a 14.
Yes. Nice.
And so
You know
I'm
where
gonna,
he is.
I'm gonna tell him he's at the other end or wherever he is.
Okay. And he's gonna look for him, and he's gonna actually... Well, let's see what he does. Let me roll for it. He has two options here.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's gonna turn to you, Avran, and he's gonna put a big, heavy, kind of almost when you don't realize until he has his paw, because he looks steady but like angry. He has his paw on your shoulder. It trembles a little bit before it kind of like has a firm grip on your shoulder, and he looks you straight in the face and says, "You find him. Get all of your friends in one place, as well as my wife." And he's gonna turn away, and he's gonna start trying to break apart some of these fights, and he's gonna disappear out of your line of sight. Calamity, you're up. It looks like Lucas has just ended initiative with you, and on to other things. What are you gonna do?
I am going to... I realize that people are in the same predicament that I probably was. These people that are attacking each other.
Mhm.
And I am going to go... I'm going to try to be courageous. Let me see. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, I see Avran, and that gives me courage. Alright, I'm gonna be a little bit courageous, and I'm gonna go to the nearest tabaxi that is fighting, and I'm gonna be like, "Stop! Wake up! Stop! Wake up!" And I'm just gonna try to shake him, and do... so in this case, I'll say that my shaking, I want to do like an unarmed strike to cause them damage to wake them up, to try to wake them up.
Okay.
All right. So for the first one, I don't think I've ever done this before. I'm scared. That's not bad. Let me see. What is my unarmed strike? Let me look at it. +5, 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Okay. I do a total of 2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That
And-
does...
Mhm.
Well, let me see. You go ahead while I roll for other guy.
I'm gonna, as I'm doing this, I'm waiting to see if it does anything, if this person wakes up.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if he succeeds on the wisdom save.
Okay.
Wisdom check. And... oh, he fucking does!
Hey!
Oh, shit.
Nice.
He rolled really high. He rolled
Listen-
he rolled a 19.
Look at this little bunny go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you are gonna quite literally shake him awake. You're gonna see like the pupils of his eyes start to roll back down, and they vibrate for a minute until they center again. And they're gonna dilate and kind of shrink up like a cat's eye does.
All right.
And one of the warrior tabaxi too, with like a giant saber, is finally relieved, and he's looking around trying to just fucking catch up on what's happening.
I'm gonna be like, wake everyone up! Everyone's under a spell. Just wake everyone up! Like, shake them, punch them. And then I'm gonna go to the next tabaxi I see that I am just gonna assume is under my control because they're fighting or whatever, and I'm gonna use my offhand attack on them with my bonus action. So I'm gonna do the very same thing. I'm gonna try to shake the second person.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see if I hit. Oh, that's probably a no. This is what I do. This is what I'll do. I still have 2 inspirations and a luck from last game that I wrote down. I'm gonna go ahead and use my luck right now.
Do it.
Better. Okay, 17.
Existential Nerd also gave you one as well.
Actually, it's funny, Existential. I just used the one that you gave me last game because weird thing. It was Subtober and it was a gifted sub, but for some reason they didn't count it as a sub. So it's weird. But I used that, and I'll take your second one and I'll put it in the docket. So 17 to hit. That's gonna be another 2 points of bludgeoning damage to this new Tabaxi, and they have to make a save.
Okay. He rolled a 6.
Cat saves us again.
Okay. That is my turn. I'm just gonna stay within range of this Tabaxi. I'm just like, huh? And that's it.
Okay. All right. So that ends Calamity's turn. We're gonna go to Vera. Vera is Oh no. You don't see them, but you're gonna hear a loud crack in the back of the ship. And Vera has successfully penetrated the bottom hull of the ship, and there's a hole in the ship now.
Great.
Vera's gonna attempt to break out with a wisdom save. Oh, shit, hold on. Does Vera have any bonuses or anything? I don't think so. Hold on 1 second.
Is anybody else scared?
Yeah. We're going drowned. We're going drowned.
It's gonna be rough. The water is literally boiling raw water right now.
No, we can do this. We can do this.
No, nope. It's just a straight up wisdom. I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yep. Does not work. Is shy by 1 point. Vera grants, and we're gonna move on to some of the Tabaxi here. I'll do the varying damages to the ship then, but it looks like a lot of the Tabaxi are actually broken out of the trance due to supportive crew members, just like literally like just taking them and slapping them in the face.
Nice.
A lot of them do. Most of them have high wisdom, so they are slowly breaking out of it. You are going to notice the ship is starting, even though there's like a giant crack. I don't think anyone really knows what it may be, except a few people towards the back. But the crew members are starting to calm down a little bit. A lot of the fighting is starting to cease. And then the Aboleth's turn. Oh! Aboleth is still, it's going to take 2 more turns to charge this attack, I'm going to say, just because it is using a lot of its own energy, but it is going to do kind of a side swipe attack in the meantime against the ship. We're going to see. Yeah, it hits. It's actually going to move one of its tentacles towards the hole of the ship that was just created, and it's going to try to break apart the back half of the ship. Going to do a strength check. And I got a natural 1. Shit. Oh no. What happens? I mean, nothing happens, I guess. I'll just say it's like too far away. But it does move the ship like 3 feet down. So everyone kind of gets jerked almost off of their feet because of how fast it is. But that's it. And then we're going to move on. Damn it. All right. Falcon's turn.
So Miam has flown into the air and it's kind of trying to get into a position high enough that, because let's see, I'm looking at his flight speed in the sheet that you gave me, and looks like he can fly up to 130 feet. He could dive from further.
Yes.
But he has a flight of 130. So he's going to do that pretty much straight up between the 2 ships so that he can try and see where the Aboleth's like main like torso, body, whatever it is going to be below.
Okay, go ahead and do a perception check for him.
Okay. Which would that just be my own perception, or does he have his own perception? Oh, he
Should have
has.
his own.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
New sheet. Who dis?
New sheet.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not ideal.
Wait.
Oh, no.
Not like this. DM, may I please give my luck to Niab?
You can. Yes.
Aw,
I give it.
I like this burb.
thank you.
Yay.
That's a lot better. So 16 plus 2, 18.
Yes.
Woohoo!
And yeah, he does spot it. And you are actually gonna hear a voice inside your head. And this falcon's voice is it's very smooth, deeper than you anticipated. A little bit more monotone, like he sounds super serious business. And he reports directly to you. He tells you, he doesn't, yeah, it's like a voice you hear in your head, but like you don't almost hear full sentences, you just almost visualize like what he's also seeing. But he does tell you it's about 140 feet long, and it's directly, he's thinking it's about maybe 80 to 100 yards beneath the water, directly underneath the ship, and his mouth is aiming at the center of the ship.
All right. And let's see. So he's already gone up. Yeah, no, I mean, I can't dive on the same turn, can I?
A dive? No.
All right.
Yeah.
Then I'll just I'll leave him up there then.
Okay.
Just as the eye in the sky.
Patrolling. And that leaves you. You're up next. Did you bring
And,
me toy, Leo?
As Neom communicates this to me, I just kind of like flash, like almost like in just a moment, like I have all this new information and my eyes go wide. And so, I mean, am I over by the captain at the moment? Over by the railing?
You're by the railing, but the captain's left you. He is his full movement, so like 30 feet away from you, trying to snap his crewmates out of it. And he's actually trying to get them safely in one area.
Gotcha. But no longer would I be in kind of the middle of the group at the nose of the ship. I'm kind of in that spot where he just vacated.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
Okay.
Next to you. There you are.
Let's see. So I'm going to look around. I mean, I remember what he said. And I think Liara and Toddle are near the where I was just located.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Correct.
Liara is still on her knee, kind of recovering. Not doing much. She's exhausted. Toddle is there though, and Toddle's seedling, or not even a seedling anymore, is on top of the broken part of the mast right behind you.
Gotcha. I'm going to go to Liara, put her arm around my shoulders and kind of lift her up, and turn to Toddle and say, "We have to get off this ship as soon as possible."
Well, I was trying to see if we could repair it. I've been sitting here trying to figure out what we need to do, but I can't seem to collect any materials, but he's going to be
There's no time for that. My bird up above has just told me where the aboleth is, and it's right below us.
Okay.
And it's coming for us.
Yep. I'm going to
We have to get Calamity, and we have to find Saber.
Vera.
Captain said find Saber.
And Liara is actually going to look at the both of you and say, "We can get to the other ship." And that is what she says.
I'm gonna hand her while she's speaking. She looks visibly like pretty messed up, right?
Yeah, well, her whole chest is covered in blood.
Okay. Yeah. Toddle will reach into his
her limbs are
sleeve.
Okay.
He's gonna reach into his sleeve, pull out a potion because I have like 50 potion of healings. Well,
first, Evren, does that end your turn?
Oh.
It doesn't quite end my turn because now that I've communicated this to Toddle, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get as close to Calamity as I can. And let's see, because I think I have 30 movement. That was like what? She was maybe 10 feet away.
Yeah, you can get to him.
All right, then yeah. So I'm kind of, bringing her over to Calamity, and I'm going to let him know, Calamity, we have to get out of here as soon as possible. The Aboleth, it's coming for us.
That's my reply.
And that ends my
Valid.
turn.
Okay. Back to you, Toddle.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be following. I'm gonna be following Avaran.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be smart enough to know, like, yeah, this shit's going down, and there's no way we can save it. I was gonna try to save it, but there's no way it's going down. Following Avaran, giving a potion to a
Lyra?
friend that is not doing too well. Yes.
Okay.
Made a roll.
Yes. How much heals?
Give me a sec. Freaking heck! I'm so unprotect. I was not having my dices ready. I had my 20s, but not my 4s. Okay.
And do you see my message in the Zoom chat?
My mess to me?
To you, but it was everyone.
6. Get that 6.
6.
Take it or leave it.
Whoop.
And then is there anything I can grab? Oh, we're looking for Saber, right?
We are.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just Toddle's gonna yell, use the rest of my movement to let me investigate somewhere. Back of the ship? Or no, that's where you just came from, right?
We were near the front of the ship.
Yeah, you're all at the front.
Yeah, so let's check the back
part
of the ship.
Deck intact.
Got it. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement. I'm gonna do a perception, investigation, whatever you want, and try to look for her in the back of the ship. Not that one. Never mind.
You can
I mean, it's fine because I already know where he is anyway.
Oh, wait, that's right. That's perception. I know where they are. Okay, so where?
I believe they were towards the back, right?
Yeah, they're towards the back, but walking through the middle. Like, they would probably be pretty close to you by now. You're gonna see.
My passive perception's 15.
Oh no, Vera's not that close. Okay. You're gonna kind of see, not even 20 feet in front of you. So probably right here.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna yell out or try to go up to her. Do I have enough movement speed to go up to her and be
yeah,
like,
totally.
Hey, let's go. Yeah, 25 walking speed. I'm gonna run up to her and just kind of give a tug on the old fingers.
Got a double.
On the old cat fingers and say, "Let's go. We gotta go. It's going."
Oh, did you touch him?
I'm gonna tug and.
Did you touch him?
I did touch Saber. Yes.
Uh-oh.
I touched him. He has been
Okay,
touched.
we're gonna. Then your turn ends right there. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
It's actually Lucas's turn. Lucas is actually right next to you. Because he has found his wife, and she is actually in mint condition. She is the one who kind of knocked almost half of the crew members back into consciousness with varying spells. And you'll notice behind her is a giant. It almost looks like, I don't want to use the Naruto reference, but it looks like a giant freaking ninja star. That was just like a collapsible one, and it's huge, almost as big as her torso.
Like Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII.
Yes, yeah, and she's holding it. She's holding it to her side. It looks like they are strategizing something. But he does look over, and he also notices Saber. And actually, we're gonna go back to Toddle for now.
Yay.
So
Oh my God,
Toddle, you're gonna white out. So starting at the
Okay.
center of your vision, it's gonna just go white and silent. It's actually really jarring. It almost feels like you've lost your hearing entirely. But as you turn to move and hear like bottles, the bottles that are underneath your cloak start to clang together, it rings really loudly. So you do still have your hearing back. You are going to hear some distant calls, and you are going to be facing Saber, you're going to turn around and you're going to face Saber. And he's going to stand there, and he looks different than he was before. It's almost like his body, he's still wearing the same clothing, he's still carrying the same weapons in hand. The wand or short staff is still in his grip. And his eyes are going to look a little bit like he's going to furrow his brow. He's going to look at you with a little bit more confidence. And he's going to say, Toddle, you're here.
Where? What's... What happened?
I think I know a way out of this, but I also don't know how it's going to go.
I mean, I'm all ears. If you need me to fix something, let me know.
And he's gonna look around. It almost looks like he kind of zones out, like he's tuning back into a different realm, and then he snaps back after about 30 seconds. So it's like he's awkwardly just like staring off into space for like 30 seconds. And then he's gonna snap back out of it. He's gonna shake his head and he's like, "There's no time. Do you trust me?"
Sure. I don't, but sure.
You are gonna trust him? He's
Sure.
gonna reach. He's gonna reach his wand out towards you, and it's gonna glow and sort of hum, and he's gonna indicate to you to touch the wand. Do you touch it?
I will touch it.
Okay, and that's where we're gonna pause the game for now. We're gonna go on our break. If you haven't entered the giveaway yet, we are giving away a free set of dice from Critical Dice, our homies, and also players in the Fable 42 community. So if you haven't entered yet, it's exclamation critical in the chat. We are going to draw a winner after a 10-minute break, so we'll see you then and see what the fuck happened.
Be right back.
BRB. Fish, now I get it. Okay, hello! Welcome back. Hope everyone had a good potty break or whatever. We are gonna go ahead and announce the giveaway winner and continue our story.
All
Is
right.
everyone here?
So let me go ahead and do a 0. So right now we have about 8 on the list. Let me do 8. Here we go. That's gonna be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delport. Wait, am I saying that right? Yes. Delport Brickland. Congratulations, you have just won yourself a pair of critical dice.
Well, look at that.
Mackenzie, can you do the command for me in chat? You're going to follow this link to our Discord, and you're going to message our amazing DM here, and in the Discord, that you are the Crypt Keeper, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Message her, and she'll get your deets so we can get these dice sent out to you. If you have not already, be sure to enter !critical in the chat to enter in the second chance to win a pair of critical dice. Back to you, Anne.
Ooh, congrats. Okay, so, oh boy, I didn't even have my book open. Sorry. What were we doing? Oh yes. Okay, we are actually gonna go to the top of initiative. So far, Toddle has made the decision to trust our friend Saber here and touch his wand and inherit whatever magic he may have bestowed on him. So, Calamity, you're up next.
Okay, I am up next. Let's see.
You've got Avran and you've got Liara right next to you, and Toddle was just there as well. They all three of them kind of ran up to you, told you that we have to get the fuck out of here now. And then you did see Toddle run off, and as soon as Toddle reached Saber, he disappeared.
Oh, like disappeared behind like a wall, or disappeared like just vanished?
Thin air.
Oh boy.
All you see is Saber standing there and still walking forward, actually towards you all.
I'm going to run up to Saber and be like, "Where's Toddle? Where's Toddle?" And go ahead.
Nope, never mind. I'll wait.
And I'm just going to take the dodge action just in case other charmed people want to come and attack me. And that's
Okay.
it.
That ends your turn. Okay. Vera is there. Vera is charging another attack to blow another hole into the ship. The ship is starting to sink. The water level is rising and rising quickly. They're gonna try to break out of this wisdom hold though, and they do successfully.
Hey.
But unfortunately, they were already charging this attack. Vera's gonna end the charge, but that takes up the entire turn. Up next, we're gonna do some of the tabaxi. Liara is actually gonna watch Toddle run off towards Saber and see Saber's kind of rubber banding magic effect. She actually doesn't know what's going on, but she's gonna try to do a perception or an insight check on Saber, which is pretty high, so it succeeds. She's gonna digest some information. She's gonna look around, and she's actually gonna be confused as to what to do. Yeah, I got a 15, so. Yeah, she's not gonna do anything. She doesn't know what to do. But she does have her weapon at the ready, and she is healed up to a point where she can stand up straight. But she's still letting you hold on to her. Just because she likes it. Aboleth's turn. We're gonna do... Yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. We're doing it. Hold on. Hold on to your hats.
Whoa.
Boop-a-doop, boop, boop-a-doop, boop-a-doop, boop, 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 boop. Okay, so Aboleth is gonna do... Oh gosh. Actually, no, we're gonna do this. Aboleth is gonna use the rest of the turn to still charge the attack, but he's also gonna do something else. Actually, I'm gonna have the dice decide what he wants to do. Okay, we're fucking doing it! The Aboleth is gonna open its wide jaws under this lake. Right under the surface of the water. He's gonna get a lot closer, and everyone on the ship is gonna hear this kind of loud, dull hum. Any sort of sign of concern you're actually gonna see from Lucas, as he's gonna kind of hold on to his wife and hold her really tight. She's gonna try to, it's trying to actually pull away from him and she's crying at this point, screaming, "There's something I can do, let me do something." And he just is much stronger than her, just with his big heavy arms, just holds her really close to him. And Aboleth is gonna actually fire a giant beam of light into the center of the ship. So actually right here, Calamity, where this kind of crate is, where you can see the water through the bottom, it's going to be almost like a laser pointer of light that goes into the storm above you, and it's going to start to widen. And as it's widening, it's just frying, destroying everything in its path, and it's getting wider. Um, and for a minute it does that until it almost reaches you. And then, yep. Oh God. Let's see. It needs to succeed a couple things to make this work. No. What? Well, I got a 16 and a 1. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna turn and slowly widen to the shape of a triangle, and it's gonna sort of disappear just for a moment, and then the ship is going to just combust in the center. Calamity and Saber are right in the center of the ship. Saber is actually going to collapse onto you, Calamity, and we're going to go back to that. Everybody else is thrown 30 to 40 feet up into the air and into the water. I'm gonna, at this point, despite initiative, if anyone wants to do anything to prevent from either falling into the water or whatever, you have enough air time, literally, to do so. I'll give you a few minutes to think about that. Otherwise, you would just fall into the water.
I think
if you want to attempt to do something, just roll a d20, and it has to be over a 15 for it to succeed.
All right, I'm gonna be rolling for the two behemoths that has just been standing there still on the ship, and I want them to go and start attacking the aboleth. But let me see if I roll high enough.
Okay.
Oh, and what are we adding to this roll? Or is it a straight roll?
Nothing. Straight roll.
Okay, they do nothing.
Okay. Anyone else want to attempt anything?
Yeah.
Has to roll over a 15.
Can I? In my inventory, I have a potion of flying. Can I drink it so I don't fall?
Roll a 20 and tell me what you get. Mimi, come here, bud. Want to see everybody die?
I got an 18!
Nice.
18! Oh, you succeed. You drink the potion of flying. So as you're thrown like 30 feet into the air, you hold yourself there, and you are levitating above the water. Anyone else want to do anything?
No. Oh, go ahead.
Well, let me roll first. You said I had to beat a what?
15.
I did not beat a 15.
Okay. So you are free falling.
And you said that I don't have. You said that Calamity doesn't have to roll because Homeboy fell on me, right?
Yeah. Actually, we're gonna get back to that. So hold that thought.
All right, no problem.
Vera is also going to attempt, because Vera has the rod, the like never-ending rod thing.
Oh, the holding in place rod.
Yes.
A movable rod.
A movable rod, and got a natural 20.
Hey.
So yeah, totally with the 20, we'll just say that Vera was able to grab somebody on the way out. Vera's gonna, of course, reach for Avaran, even though they're far. I'm gonna allow Vera to do one more move in air, and they are going to attempt to grab you with a grappling hook. But it fails, so you are still falling towards the water. However, Calamity, you're gonna find yourself in the same place that Toddle was. It's gonna be just stark white. Your ears are gonna ring for a moment because it goes from utter chaos, like just the heavy beating of rain, Tabaxi just falling into the water and screaming from being boiled, to utter and complete silence. And behind you is gonna stand Saber. And Saber just sadly shakes his head. But he's not gonna ask you. He is actually sounds so wrong. He's gonna take his wand and he's gonna try to touch you with it. Do you allow him to, or are you gonna try to avoid it?
I'm just staring in confusion and I don't move.
Okay. You are touched with the wand, and you are actually gonna find yourself alone in this white space with Toddle. Toddle, you've been standing in this kind of just whited out area for a good 10 minutes at this point. or no, 5 minutes. Everything happened faster than that. So you suddenly see Calamity appear before you, and there's gonna be a voice that kind of rings in both of your heads. And Saber does have to complete the spell with one more roll. If it succeeds, he will say something. If it doesn't succeed, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Very dangerous spell we're doing. Yes, he succeeds. Oh, thank God. Because you could have been trapped here forever. That would have been bad. But yeah, you hear a voice ring in your ear, and it's Saber with a voice, and Toddle's the first time, or Calamity is the first time you're hearing him with a little bit more confidence than he ever had before, as if there's a part of him that's awoken, that hasn't been awake for a long time. A huge part of his self. Like he's literally embedded part of his soul into this magic. And he whispers to the both of you, I can help you. I can help everyone who's alive. Right now, everybody you know has died from the aboleth. Everyone you know. I can save some of them. There's some that still have hope, haven't crossed completely to the mystic realm. I can help them. But I don't know where you're going to go from here. This is the last you're going to hear of me.
Why? Why are you leaving?
In order for me to save you all, I have to sacrifice a part of myself. I'm gonna die with my crewmates. They raised me up and they kept me from doing worse things with this type of magic. I want to go knowing I've done something good. So thank you, you know? And he says that, and you don't see him anywhere. And it kind of echoes across this place. And then you all kind of white out again. And you end up somewhere new. Let me pull up the map. And there's utter silence. And you will find yourself on a ship. And it's actually the same ship that you were on before, but a little bit wider. Like it's been expanded. It looks like it's been repaired and rebuilt. The sail is made with different varying materials, like ones that were found, a lot of them hides of animals. But it's bitter cold here, just blanketed in snow. It looks like the ship has been stuck in this rock and ice for what seems to be years, even decades. And it's silent. You have no idea where you are. You do see really rocky, kind of beautiful rocky like mountains behind you. They're huge and they seem so clear, but you're not sure how close they are to you. So you're on the shore of this place, and Toddle and Calamity, you look around and you do see Avran. Avran's falcon as well, kind of perched on the shoulder. You're gonna see Vera too. And you're gonna see some of the crew members that you may recognize. They're also were just teleported to this place, and they have no idea what the fuck's happening. But a lot of them don't have any wounds. But where their wounds would be, their armor or their clothing is still torn up. But their chest is still barren. There's no wounds there. But as far as the crew members you may recognize the most, you don't recognize most of these. You do recognize one of the brothers that survived from, like, his other brother got impaled earlier on the other ship. He ended up staying on that ship and survived this fight. So these are the ones who survived the blast. And it's quiet. You're alone. And you're freaking cold. As far Avran and Vera, the last thing y'all remember is being thrown midair. Avran, you do have a memory of Vera reaching for you, like throwing a lassoed, like a kind of a quickly built rope, trying to toss it for you to capture, and you just miss the grip by like 5-10 feet. It's too short of a rope, and you do fall into the water. But then you end up here. What do you all do?
What? are we? And I look around. Where's Liara?
Vera is confused as fuck. Vera is like, I just broke out of my spell, and I'm here. Like, what did my spell do? And is asking you, like, did I do this?
Is anybody else freezing right now?
Y'all look over and Calamity is just like shivering and just like holding like kind of holding his clothes tight to him and just like looking around in confusion and all of you and just trying to figure it out.
I take out my dagger of warning and I pull part of my cloak up and I cut a piece free that I then wrap around Calamity.
I am going to grab some bark and some wood that I just have on my person, and gonna cast Flaming Sphere into that to create a bonfire for all of us.
Sweet.
How many? I'm sorry if you said it already, but how many crew members do we see? Like
just 6.
Just 6. Go ahead.
They're all kind of appeared at different parts of the ship, and they're all starting to gather towards each other.
And did I also hear you say that these crew members we haven't seen before, like they're new? Did you say that? No?
They are part of the crew, but they're mostly warriors and like ship hands, you know.
Okay.
Like you didn't the main characters you've been talking to aren't here, really.
Okay.
Is the seer among them?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. You don't see her.
Can I look for the rat guy? Or rat friend?
You can't. Roll investigation.
While you're doing this, I'm just gonna hold
13.
the amulet again and call Neon back.
Okay. Oh, Neon already appeared on your shoulder.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say,
say-
what about the...
I'm just saying back into the amulet.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
And the willow seed back into its jar.
Okay. Willow Seed is struggling, by the way. He is very cold.
Oh, well, get your ass over here. Get by the fire. I have food for you.
He's warm in his rootsies.
Doing a little dance.
Mm-hmm. What was your roll?
I got a 13.
13. Mm.
We got a rat?
There looks to be like an open portion of the ship that goes towards the inside of it. That's when you really get a feel for how much this ship has been expanded. And it seems, I mean, at least in this part of the ship, any living thing is sitting right where you're at. You do, sorry, what did you roll? 15? Yeah,
13.
I mean, 13. For now, you don't see anything up here. If you want to try to go below deck, you can do that and have to roll investigation again.
Sure, as many times. Yeah. You guys can stay by the bonfire if you want. I'm gonna go explore.
Okay. And you can roll an investigation.
Does anyone want to come with me?
Shivering. Well, the shivering has calmed down now since Everin kind of gave me something, but Calamity just kind of sits there and kind of like nods his head when Tuttle says you can stay here. He just nods his head.
Tuttle is also gonna reach in and grab some food for him because I know that'll make him feel good.
Some noms.
I grab it and I'm nomming on it, but do I feel better? Questionable. But I am eating nervously. Yeah.
I got a 20, 21, 22, 20. I got a 24.
Oh shit.
I'm good.
Yeah, you kind of go to the middle section of the deck. There is a kind of a staircase that takes you a couple of levels down, and you do notice 2 more crew members are below deck.
Nice.
One of them is the seer, and the other one is Denny.
How is Denny doing? Please
Denny
tell me.
is out cold, but I mentioned before, like his wounds are healed, but he's still missing the arm.
The arm,
unfortunately.
That is okay as long as he's doing okay. Toddle would go and wake, let him know, inform him that the rest of us are upstairs.
Okay.
And there's a fire, and we're trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time, but eventually he's gonna make it up there. What are the rest of y'all doing?
So just to be clear, you said that one of the crew members we recognize is one of the brothers. I'm curious as to which brother, because there was one that we left kind of for dead on the ship that was supposedly sinking, or with all the ghouls on it. And
It
then I
was,
brought the other one with me across to our ship.
yes, it was the one that you brought over.
Okay. I
Yeah.
go up to
Oh,
him
man.
and I just say, like, how did we get here? What happened? I don't remember anything after the blast of the aboleth, and all of a sudden there was this flash, and I found myself here. Can you explain? Where are we?
Um, I don't. And he thinks for a minute, and he is trying to piece it together. Um, Actually, his last few memories before arriving here are mind-boggling. And he looks up at you and he says, "I don't know. I should have died. I remember almost dying. I accepted it. I remember the burn. I remember how much that water burned me. I should have died."
So you have roughly the same memories that we have. Did you just all of a sudden find yourself here, or did we appear before you?
No, I was asleep for a while in the snow. I got up uh and he just kind of like just rubs his temple and is like just super confused. "I think I saw you appear here, but it was like out of thin air."
See, who who amongst the crew survived? Are there any others that other than who we see right here?
None of us should have survived that. And then you start to notice he's getting a little delirious. As
I,
in
I,
his mind is starting to wander and he's starting to lose it a little bit.
At that point, I feel like I'm overhearing this conversation, and I'll kind of speak up with a very broken voice. It was Saber. Saber brought us here with his magic. Toddle
And
and
Denny,
I.
sorry, continue.
Toddle and I. We spoke to him in a different plane. It was all dark, and he said to save as many people as he can. That he had to sacrifice himself.
And
then
the
we
rest
were
of
here.
the rest of the crewmates are all just, well, shivering. Like they're all kind of like slowly like leaning closer to you towards the fire and like huddling together, and they're listening to you intently. A lot of them are pretty confused though. There is one crew member who sort of looks up at everyone and raises his hand if he's gonna like wants to contribute. But when everyone turns to him, he says, "I remember when we picked that guy up. He had some sort of hidden ability. It took us taking out almost half a village to get him on our ship. I never knew why." And then Denny starts to appear, and he is missing an arm, but he's walking pretty confidently over, and he's just, even though he feels fine, like his stats are all like he's all healed up, but he's just utterly exhausted and really just grieving because he looks as if he knows exactly what's happening. And he kind of walks over, and the mystic is just fully cloaked, kind of hiding underneath a green hood, and is just staying really close to him right behind him. And with his one good arm, he is holding her hand and walking closer to the fire as well. And Denny just shakes his head. "We picked him up because he had a sacred magic that's not known around these parts anymore. He's one of the most powerful sorcerers we've ever known. For a while before she died, it was an old woman who used to travel with us, was able to detect magic users, kind of even thousands of miles away. We found him, kept him safe with us. Were able to tap into his psyche to know that he wasn't having a good time where he was then, and thought we'd use him in case something like this happened.
Use him?
Yeah. We didn't really, I don't think even he knew like what his magic could do, but we're standing here because of him.
But Denny, what happened to the rest of the crew? Do you know where they are?
You know where they are. And his voice sort of cracks at the end there. And he looks at you. Listen, no one was gonna know that was gonna happen to us. In Aboleth, no one's seen one for centuries. And Aboleth is just... I mean, from what I've read about them, they travel miles. They come out of the abyss only in search of something. There was something we were carrying with us that it wanted. It's one of the great gatekeepers of hell and of the darkness. The fact that we're even standing here is a miracle.
So the captain, the rest of the crew,
there's a chance they would have survived, but even if they did, they would be dead by now. Because, and the seer's grip on his hand grows tighter, because she was the one who discovered this and told him. We're at least 100 years into the future.
What do you mean? And Calamity just goes on a ramble trying to understand what the words that were just spoken, and is just bumbling over his words.
There's definitely, there were some survivors, I think, that weren't being picked up from the magic. I think the magic could only reach so far. Those that did survived for a long time and left us a lot of clues. I haven't been able to explore them all yet. At this point, a lot of the rest of the crewmates, like a couple of them, are just overwhelmed with grief and just don't know how to contain themselves. The other brother that you were talking to earlier just fucking left. He's just somewhere else. And the other tabaxi are starting to kind of panic and talk amongst and mumble to themselves.
I'll just look over at Everan, because I know that he cared a lot for one of the crew members, Liera.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of look at him, not having the words of what to say, but like my eyes just say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
and also without words, I reach out and I pat Calamity on the head as I walk away to just collect my thoughts.
The seer, the little white kitten. She looks like a kitten. She's very small. She kind of looks over at Calamity. Psst. Calamity, come here.
My ears shoot up as I look at her, and I waddle over in the snow. Just
And Denny is kind of just like, he let go of her hand and is like just face in his hand, in his palm. Because he really loved dearly everyone, and just the light in his personality is just gone. But you walk over to her, and she reaches into her cloak and finds like a little black box and hands it to Calamity. I think this was left for Avaran whenever he's in a good headspace, maybe give it to him. I
Uh,
found it on the ship.
I take the black box from her and I give it a look. What's the details of the box? What do I see?
The box is old. It looks like it was painted black. You're not really sure why. Maybe it was to hide it a little bit better. It looks like it's really old, so you can tell it was painted over. It was a cobalt blue, like really pretty ornate box in the past. Do you open it?
I don't.
Okay.
I just look at it. I'm guessing it's one of those boxes you can just like flip open.
Yeah, you pull it off.
Oh, you pull it off. Yeah, I don't open it. I just kind of take it within my cloak, and I'll look up at this old white cat and just be like, I'll make sure he gets it.
And Denny's also gonna stand up and walk away for a minute.
With his one arm, is he bleeding out? What's he looking like?
No, it looks like it's healed over, like it's just a stub.
Okay.
And I guess you don't know this, but where you found them, Toddle, it looks like there was a small workstation next to them. So it looks like they were teleported here a little earlier. How or why, you don't know.
Okay.
I'm just going to waddle after Avaran. This is my goal. I don't know what Avaran has in mind, but this is my personal goal. I want to stay near him just to keep him in sight, but I want to stay a safe distance away that I feel the distance, so that he can go through what he needs to go through in privacy. So I'm gonna try to always be within 40 feet of Avaran. Whether it's like, whether I'm sitting on a rock or whether I'm like, I don't know, whatever the scenery, is where I can just be there, but not like be in his space. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, and Calamity Toddle, as Calamity kind of hops off, she's also gonna look up at you. Does the same thing, like gestures you to come down to her level because she's too cold and frankly lazy to move. Do you follow?
Of course.
Yeah, well, as you kneel down near her, she is gonna say, listen, our old crewmates or whoever survived had years to figure things out. I mean, I'm sure if we keep exploring the ship, we can find more information.
Yeah, I agree. I was already able to find. This isn't the seer, is it? Is this the seer?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just can't find a good figure for her.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna continue searching. We have fire to make sure no one gets too cold. But I intend on continuing to search, or I'm gonna take a nap. Either one, because I could use either of those things right now.
Yes.
As I look at my very empty spell slots.
your stats are still as they were before. So if you spell slots would still be missing and stuff. But your HP is good. Not HP, but your HP is good. So if you want to do a long rest.
I would love to take a nap. I just don't know what. I'm going off of just kind of how we had it at Nightmares, and it's not good. So I would like to take a nap, please.
Okay, granted.
Does everyone feel as if we are in a safe location? We got plenty of people with us. I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay, sweet.
I don't feel safe at all, but I don't feel safe anywhere.
That's the point.
Fair.
Toddle's gonna drop all of his stuff, de-shell himself, and take a nap.
Okay, sweet. We'll get you off the snow, though, to do that.
Oh, thank you.
All right. You are fast asleep. So the rest of the crew members by now, they're still gathered around the fire. Let me find a fire.
Yeah, they're doing fire things.
Yeah, a couple of them, a lot of them are still in shock and disbelief. There's a couple, like two tabaxi from that group that are looking around, trying to figure out where they are. Um, a couple of those two happen to be pretty excellent navigators, so they're trying to map out on parchment, where they might be, and they're calculating that together right now. But the other tabaxi are just in various stages of grief.
At that, I'm gonna say, Calamity, you should really be over by the fire. You're gonna catch your death of cold.
I, I, I'm fine. I'm okay. Calamity lies to you.
Insight.
Roll insight.
All right.
And I'll roll whatever it is that the other one, the opposite one.
Counter insight.
Deception.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled higher, but I choose to fail.
Okay. Yeah, he's making shit up. He's just trying to be there for you.
Calamity, I don't think anyone can be okay with what we've just gone through. But it's clear you have something on your mind. What do you have to say to me?
Are you okay?
I knew there was a very slim chance we were going to make it out of that situation. It seemed like anything we did, that monster was 2 steps ahead of us. And I wanted to get everyone I cared about out of that situation. And I almost succeeded at that. I am happy to say, or happy to see, that you're here, and Tottle is here, and that Vera is here. I wish I could have saved everyone.
It's impossible to save everyone. But I wish I could have. I wish I could have done more. I think I did something really bad. I don't know what I did, but I think it was bad because the captain, he came after me.
That he did. It wasn't your fault, though. I came to the conclusion that that monster was controlling you, controlling other members of the crew. And yes, the captain, he wanted to kill you, it looked like.
Yeah.
But I think it's because he didn't understand what was happening, and he was afraid for his crew. I wouldn't hold that against him.
I hope he's still alive.
I hope the same. I just don't think that that's the case.
And at that, Calamity is going to waddle towards closer to Avaran through the snow, just like whoosh, 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 whoosh. And I'm gonna sit next to him. I think Liara left something for you. And
I'm gonna look at him just kind of puzzled at that, like how could he know that? Like, what is he even talking about?
I'm looking up at you into your eyes, and you see, my eyes very sad, just staring back at you, and I slowly look away, kind of more towards the ground, and you see my cloak kind of shuffle, and my tiny hands kind of brings out this dark painted box, and I slowly look back up at you and lift up the box,
And what do I see?
You see a journal that's been used up, every page filled and dated. And then you see an amulet. It looks like raw crystal or some sort of stone you've never seen before. That was obviously just like harvested. Rather, still like parts of like gray stone attached to it. And it's built into an amulet.
Um, do I sense anything about the amulet? Do I know what this amulet was?
It's a foreign stone. You're not sure what it does. You can roll an Arcana check.
Okay. I will do that. Arcana. 11.
11. You do know that it's really powerful. I just kicked my dog in the head. I'm sorry. It's really powerful. You assume that it's a stone that was found probably around here. Um, and that's all you really know. You don't know what it does.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in my, pocket or satchel or whatever I have. And I'm just gonna turn through the pages. What do I read?
You're skimming through, and a lot of them are just daily logs. Um, as you go through the middle of the book, it's very much like, you know, you do see a couple things like our ship has been frozen here for a while now, slowly running out of resources. Haven't found an end to this lake. Um, and then you notice her writing is starting to kind of fade over time. Like usually it's very tight calligraphy, really beautiful handwriting, but it starts to get a little looser as time goes on. But it's the very last entry that kind of goes over how her day was. You know, did some hunting and some fishing. Um, I still believe you're out here somewhere. Others don't believe me, but I think it's true. I think whatever whatever destiny you are here for, I feel like it's still intact. I believe it in my heart. I hope one day when you arrive, you know that there are those who've thought of you over these many years. I am old and frail now. I can barely write in this pen. I'm laying here at my bedside with my children who are all grown now. A lot of them have built their own ships. Older ones have left me. My youngest is by my side, though, with children of her own. I think I'm not going to last much longer, but maybe I'll see you in another life. I left something for you. This amulet is from a stone that we found maybe 20 years ago now. When I was still strong enough to scale these mountains, I was able to harvest this stone. It's something I've never heard of before, but I think it might help you. Maybe find someone who can tell you what it can do for you. And if you end up here someday with your friends, with Calamity and Toddle and Vera, I hope you turn this world around. It still suffers without you, without some change. And we await for something, some form of freedom. But I think it's time for my freedom now. With all the love.
This is some sad fucking shit. Damn.
My God.
Something like that.
She lived. And a weight actually lifts from Avaran's shoulders because while he didn't get to live a life with her, she got to live a life of her own. And at the very least, he knows that she wasn't killed by the Aboleth. That she lived on, she loved, she knew joy, and she made a life for herself.
And as you are about to close the book, though, another piece of parchment falls out. and it's a map of the area that you're in. And there's a lot of good shit in it. It's huge. And you realize she's marked places to harvest food. She's marked a spring, various waterfalls that are strewn throughout the area, how far they are. She's mapped everything. Where to find the best fish, where the best hunts are, what time, how to calculate the time here, since over even her lifetime, even calculating time has changed. And you realize you're actually at the bank of your destination to begin with. You're where the mountains are and where that family lives. And as you look over your shoulder where she marked, where the town and the city is, you do see through kind of just, the mist kind of rolling over the mountain and clouds, you do see the glimmer of what seems to be a huge spire. And that's where we're going to end today's show.
Wow.
Heavy.
Wow.
A little early tonight, but it was a good place to end it, so I wanted to end it there.
Okay.
Wow.
That was
Welcome back, and
yeah.
Yes.
with tearjerkers.
I was because
Go ahead.
there's a few ways you could have reached this place, either by defeating the aboleth somehow or barely defeating it. There is, I did pull like the saber card because I wrote his character since the beginning and I just want to fucking use it. But if you didn't fall in love or like hook up with Liera, it would have been a whole different, like you would have just ended up here and it just been, you had to figure all this shit out for yourself. But because you knew her, she gave you some good shit.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yay.
Very
Yay. Yay.
Love conquers all.
Love conquers all. So basically Avaran is like kind of like a Captain America situation where he's been
I
gone
was
for
thinking the whole time. I was
Really?
like, Steve and Peggy, man.
like, oh, no! Oh, snap. So wait, you might not be able to answer this question, but like, so we know Liara had kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hey, I'm not going that route.
They
I don't know.
are not Avaran's kids.
I don't know. All right.
And yeah, regardless, I'm not looking for like her niece to like go bang her niece or anything like Steve did.
Well,
No, we're not.
wasn't thinking that, but okay.
We're not gonna have a Jadobi
Hey!
anybody pregnant situation.
Wow. Anyway, on that note, everyone in chat, if you have not already, please enter !critical in the chat for the last chance of the night to win a pair. So far on my list, let me open my list. Where's my list? This my list? Here it is. So far we have, if I roll a 1, we have 9. If I roll a 1, it's going to be Mascot, 2, Agent Fox, 3, Storytime by Tig, 4, Butthole Baron, 5, Delport Bricklin, 6, Contagion, 7, Baptized in Pus, 8, Bacchus, and 9 is Existential Nerd. If you did not hear your name, you are not on the list. Now is the time. What we've been doing so far for like the past like month and a half is like, while I like organize all that, I let you guys like talk to chat and like figure out like a good like rating message to rate into the next people. So like,
Oh yes.
go for it.
I don't know, what do we even title this episode?
I just titled it like episode 37. That's all I said.
Yeah.
Sad.
Sad. Just text
The
sad
big-
to everyone.
The big sad.
The big sad.
The big sad. The sad thing
But-
happened.
I can give a just because I'm terrible at keeping secrets ever, but that power that Tabaxi had that saved all of you, fun fact, is from the Void God. It's the similar
Hey.
power like when he was prevalent whenever centuries ago. that power existed in some sorcerers, and he had that power. And that's what the Void God's power looks like. Some Stephen Hawking shit.
See, I already knew not to
Okay.
tell nobody about my abilities, but now, because like people were using everybody, but now that I know that it was definitely the God that blessed me, like I definitely ain't telling nobody shit. I ain't telling nobody shit.
Nope.
Chat, if you have any questions for us, now is the time as I'm prepping our goodbye for the night.
The
Sad
sad
cat.
thing happened. And sad cat. I'm good with either of those.
Likewise.
We'll do a little bit of both. Let me copy
Yeah.
and paste.
You could get with this, or you could get with that.
You can get with
Yeah.
this,
Or you could come
can
with
get
us.
Yeah. Well, how was that first game back?
Oh, I mean, for a first game back, talk about.
Hit out
Oh
of
my
the
god,
park, yeah.
like
Roller
know-
coaster of feelings.
absolutely.
Why can you bake cookies but you can't cook bakies?
I guess that was Tig. That's a classic Tig question.
That it is. And you know what? When you figure out what a bakey is, you can cook it. You have my permission.
All right, y'all. I'm about to roll this D10. Y'all heard the numbers I said.
Y'all heard.
Y'all heard. We'll do the ones that Anne gifted me a while ago. Is it gonna focus? Is it gonna do the thing?
The metal dice?
No, it's like
Bakies is a Swedish word for hangover.
It's like
Oh,
black
yeah.
and red dye. Whatever. Anyway, good luck, all.
Number 9.
Number 8. Who's number
Number
8?
eight.
Bacchus.
Close.
Bacchus.
Hey!
Congratulations, friend. You
Get
have
'em.
just won yourself a pair of critical dice.
Hey,
I know, Bacchus, you've definitely messaged either me or Anne before. I
have your info. We'll post it.
Awesome, great. All right, so we are going to rate our friends over at Total Party Chill. It looks like our friend Keith is DMing a game over there. Let's go say hey.
Let's say howdy.
I'll say hi.
Howdy wowie.
And did you already paste the? Yeah, you did. Let me copy.
Yeah.
So when we get there, let's just give them a wall of the sadness copy. The sad thing happened. The sad thing happened. The sad thing.
The sad thing happened.
Let's give them just a brick wall of the sad thing happened.
But no TK, no total party kill though. Not the complete kill, but we did do some characters
Almost.
did die. Yeah. Damn near it.
Damn.
The ship was going down.
OPK, other party kill.
Yeah. There you go.
All right,
All right,
fam.
guys. It's been fun. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye. Oh, and Spooky Month. Happy Spooky Month. It's yeah. Woo.